Happy holidays, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Um, I just wanted to put out a little messages from Spirit today on this, on the 21st, the solstice, I believe it is. Okay, let me see. Let me put this in full screen. There we go. So other things won't distract me. Okay, so Spirit wanted to talk about the end of times. Now, the Lucy's, as we can call them, they they introduce schedules and time and the clock and all that stuff to throw us off and help us not realize that being in the moment is the most important time there is. So that construct is falling apart, just like all of our evil and corrupt systems that have been in place for a really long time that we've grown to put our safety and security in, and structures that we believe have they have kept us somehow, like given us some kind of foundation of security, safety, and boundaries, like a solid structure. But what we didn't realize is there was a really faulty structure that's starting to crumble right now because it was built on lies and we didn't realize. We got duped. So it's both the end of time, because as we go into the 5D, there is no past and there is no future anymore. There's only this present moment. So hopefully you've been studying what that means for a while and that you've gotten in touch with your soul's essence. So you understand what it means to be friends with the present moment and to drop all thoughts of past and future. Okay. Because as we shift into the 5D, it's going to be important that we let go of the old ideas. The more open-hearted and open-minded, as I always say, that we are through these times, the easier the transitions are going to be for us. So the end of time and the end of these times they just said, of difficulty, of slavery, of, forcing, of somebody being some kind of an authority to you, telling you what to do, you relying on these constructs to feel safe, when your home is here in your heart and in the present moment. And that's where you are the safest. That is where you are the most vulnerable, but you're also the most powerful. And the Lucys know that. And when I say that, that's short for LUCIFERINS. You know what I mean? Okay. So, and those are the guys who spread the lies that we're now living by today. I mean, this is the legal system, the banking system, police, every system that you can think of that we go to for protection, for food, for everything you can think of. They supposedly look out for us, but underneath it, and even churches, sorry to tell you guys, churches were built also by the Lucys to fool us into feeling like we need all of that construct. All constructs are crumbling right now. So there will be no more walls. There will be no more division. There will be no more this is this and that is that, and any particulars and held. It's everything's spilling loose right now for new definition and for new a broader expansion of our minds and our hearts. Okay. And it could very well happen very soon or today. Either you could feel a powerful shift into the 5D. So we're coming into our power. However, I just also am becoming like my hackles are going up a little bit about the RV situation. I want you guys to, a lot of you were commenting under my last Great Awakening video asking, what is an RV? So it's basically a currency revaluation. So that means that there have been, I was told years ago, a really long time ago, that if you buy Zimbabwe notes, Vietnamese dong, or the Iraqi dinar, then you buy their currency because it's severely underrated in a way. It's like it's undervalued. So, and that there would be a day when that's going to be, you can turn that currency over into a new currency, maybe even a rainbow currency or whatever. It's going to make it much, much more valuable. So it's going to go from costing next to nothing to being worth millions. So, but with the Zimbabwe notes, those are bonds, and these bonds are tied to doing a humanitarian project. So the Zimbabwe notes come with a caveat that you have to do in order to get the maximum amount of money out of them. You need to be involved in some type of humanitarian project, preferably something you feel very passionate and excited about. Otherwise, why bother and why do it, right? There are no limits as to what you can spend on yourself and what you can spend on the humanitarian project and all of this stuff. And the idea is you buy these currencies, and then when the time comes, there's going to be like an 800 number put out there, and you will be given the opportunity to go to what's called a redemption center. And when you go to the redemption center, you get to present to them a little 5 to 7 minute speech on what you would like to do your humanitarian project on. Now, the dongs and dinars, you do not have to have a humanitarian project. You just swap it for whatever it's worth now. However, because of the situation and it all being kind of new and it all kind of bubbling up to this point, you've got to bring all of those different currencies to the redemption center at the same time, and you are asked to sign an NDR, non-disclosure agreement, or NDA. So I've known about this for a while, and I've told some of you privately in sessions that this is a good idea, and I've always gotten that it will pay off. However, I'm a part of a couple of like RV groups, so I get reports on a regular basis of what the updates are and how it looks like it's going to be rolling out fairly quickly here soon. So I've been seeing the name Saint Germain pop up a lot, and I know a lot of you know Saint Germain to be like an ascended master, a real good guy, right? However, I listened to a YouTube channel with a gal named, or her channel is probably Alexandra. She does an incredible video I think everybody should watch at least once. And it's called The Inconvenient Truth, something like that. I think that's the name of it, though, The Inconvenient Truth. And it is it basically explains a lot of what I just said, how the Lucys have, basically created our whole society based on worshiping Satan or Lucifer. So, and then she explains, a lot. There's a lot in there. So if you guys think you know the Bible, then you probably should. She's like a self-proclaimed biblical scholar. Now, she doesn't have a degree, I don't believe, or anything like that. But man, the girl knows her Bible very, very well. And I used to be a Bible talk leader, and I couldn't shine a light to this girl. So she has done an extensive research on what the different things mean, like the mark of the beast, the end times, all of this stuff. And one of the things that I remember her saying when all this stuff started happening, and I was just waking up a couple of years ago when all this madness happened. Now, there were a lot of seeds planted, but I really started sprouting when I felt protective of you guys, basically, is what happened. I was like, this doesn't feel right to me. What's going on? So anyway, I found probably Alexandra, like I said, and one of the videos that she talked about, I don't remember which one it was. I wish I could remember, but she may have even repeated it in a couple of them. I think they were about like the mark of the beast and stuff like that. Once I read watched The Inconvenient Truth, I became like really enthralled and wanted to know like all I could. Now she is wrong. She's wrong about enlightenment. So she's not right about everything. And I happen to know about enlightenment because I've been enlightened. I've been in the 5D. And I know her to be wrong, but only because she's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater on some things. So don't take everything she says as truth. because I just happen to know that she's wrong about that. I'm an expert in the 5D enlightenment experience because I've been there. And I can tell she hasn't. So anyway, but it doesn't mean that everything is that she says is wrong. In fact, probably 98% is correct that I could see. 90, they just corrected me and said 97. So she's pretty damn close to being right on. Okay, guys. So it would be worth it to do some browsing through her channel. But anyway, one of the things she talks about that really kind of made a lot of sense back then, and I'm getting chills on the top of my head when I say this, but she talked about how there were two devils that we had to go through. We had to go through two tests before Yeshua comes. One of the tests, the first test was going to be Satan. And Satan is dirty, nasty, rotten, disgusting, vomit, flesh, grotesque, like nasty, nasty, disgusting, bloody gore, disgusting stuff. The stuff you see in horror movies. That's what Satan's about. The stuff with the sex trafficking and all the children, all that stuff that's being hidden behind a supposed sickness. It's like if people knew the real, they think the sickness is scary. Wait till they find out what's really been going on behind the scenes. And the sickness has just been a cover up for it. Anyway, that's all been Satan, right? And we're about to bust through that. And now we're coming into the great Jubilee or whatever they call it, yeah. So a brand new time. And some of us have called it the new earth and whatnot, right? Well, this could very well be the time that we're going into the second devil she talks about. She says that there will then be the switch from all the blood, guts, and gore and disgusting, freakish stuff like horror movies over to a false light. So something that looks like it's very, very good, very, very positive, is actually you worshiping Lucifer. The word loose means light. So, and even God, there is another God that's all capital letters, G-O-D, I believe. G-O-D is another God. Or is it lowercase G-O-D? I don't know. It's one of the two. It's either all caps G-O-D or it's lowercase G-O-D. Either way, there's another God. And for a long time, they've been calling Yeshua Jesus. Emmanuel is the Christ. So he's actually Yeshua Emmanuel. So Jesus or Yeshua, Joshua, the Christ, right? But they've been calling him Jesus to get us to worship the wrong guy. Even saying praise Jesus is a trick of theirs to get us to, to pray to their gods, Baal and Moloch and all that kind of crazy. You guys just got to look into that stuff. It's craziness. Anyway, we've been tricked at every corner. So we have to start questioning everything and not fall for anything. And this big humanitarian rollout, this RV thing is incredibly exciting and everyone's got great intentions, but probably Alexandra also picked up on Saint Germain specifically from the Bible, from the research that she did, as being a big, big, big red flag. Do not sign any documents, contracts, or trusts that say the words Saint Germain. So if you guys are going to be involved in an RV project or humanitarian project, do not sign any document that has the word Saint Germain in it. He is not a good guy. He works for Lucifer, from what I understand. Am I right? Yes. He works for Lucifer. Yes, he does. Saint Germain is not a good guy. No, he was. They just said he was. But somehow I don't know, he turned a corner or something happened. So don't trust that. So everybody who are involved in these projects, or if you plan to get involved in them, go get yourself a trust that's separate. Some kind of a private trust that you can, it could be a living trust or I don't know, talk to your attorney and find out what kind of trust they would advise for what you're planning to do. So yeah, there's that. Okay. So I just also wanted to feel into, okay. So tell us about, And what I got also was I asked God, is there a way to get to the funds and not assign your soul away to Lucifer by signing the paperwork that we're oblivious to? Now, how many times a day? This is one of the things the Lucy's did too, is they got us used to signing terms and conditions, just signing away, signing away, signing away, not reading anything. Because God forbid, I mean, the words are so tiny and it's so long, and like, why would I go through, reading all of that? I'm just going to be like, yes, I agree, right? So the same, it's all built up to this. So that one day we'd go, oh, we're so excited. We'd be so blinded about the idea of this project that we wanted to work on. And we're like, oh, yes, pick me, and by the way, you're going to get funded no matter what. They're not going to be picky about your project and reject you. But they're going to, kind of keep an eye on what you're doing with it and stuff. But at least for a bit, from what I understand. So don't go in there all thinking that you have to, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, because you're going to get it. And you've got the currency, you're going to get something for it. So you go in your power. You go in and you be confident, and you can be passionate, but be confident. You are not underneath them. You do not understand them. You understand them. Okay. So you're not meeting people who are going to approve of you or not. They are there to give you the equivalent to, to what the currency is worth now. Okay. So try not to let it make you nervous or anything like that, because you've really got to go in your power, and you got to go make your little 5-minute presentation about what you plan to do. But be very, very on alert and really pay attention to what you're signing. And you don't let them rush you. Anything that's trying to rush you or tell you you've got 10 minutes to read through this document, you tell them, no, absolutely not. I'll come back. I'll make a different appointment to come back, but I'm going to take this to my attorney and have it looked at. Don't fall for any kind of time pressure. You have the power, not them. I really feel that. Okay. So can you tell us about this? I'm just shuffling some world truth cards. Can you tell us about this Saint Germain trust? Tell us about the Saint Germain trust, please, God. The God of true love and compassion and kindness. Tell us about the Saint Germain trust, please. Huh. That's interesting. You guys been having dreams lately? This is or was subconscious or dream warfare involved, so that you will or would not notice where it's coming from. Now, that kind of alludes to us signing away something without looking, right? So be aware and surround yourself with protection and go to bed happy. So, if it's not about a dream that you've had, or sometimes these guys will trick us with dreams or nightmares that kind of scare us into the trap. And in a way, think of it like this too. Satan, all big and scary and gross and everything. So we're like running from the boogeyman. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then you went right into the trap of Lucifer, right? Because Lucifer's charming. I mean, you guys have seen the show, right? It's like he's so charming and lovable, and you just run straight into his arms. And little do you know, he's about to, put a dagger in your heart. Worship me, because he just wants to be adored, and that's all he cares about. So protect yourself when you go in, and go into the meeting happy. Okay. You're about to be dancing in the streets celebrating. Okay. Oh, this was or is being prevented or intercepted. That's interesting. Follow through on this divinely inspired idea you've had. It's brilliant and sure to succeed. Is this Lucifer? Are you influencing my reading right now, Mr.? I actually got a yes and a yes. You are tricky. You're tricky. And you don't want these people to know what you're up to, do you? Well, forget that. Forget that. All right. God, Yeshua, Archangel Michael. Guys, can we have the truth here about this? This involves excitement, delight, and relief. This will cause great satisfaction and extreme joy. I don't know, you guys. Nothing will come of what you're fearing. You have nothing to worry about. Let it go so you don't put more attention on it. You are safe. Stay present and out of your head, which is your real enemy. Are you kidding me right now? Everything is happening just as it's supposed to. Trust that it's all working out and hold the space for the chaos. This will end well. So I guess just listen to your instincts. Okay, so this involved difficult times that were purposely intended by nefarious people for control or power. This was no accident and involved ill intentions. But it now involves exuberance, excitement, delight, and or relief. Okay. You may be going on a journey, vacation, voyage, cruise, or traveling. Pack your bags. Okay, this will resolve or conclude within a few months. So, all right, so let me, okay, God, you know, it's a test, you guys. It's a test. God's not going to make it like easy on us. We have to choose the right thing, listening to our instincts. So don't get overly excited about having millions of dollars. Just know you can work on a humanitarian project with as much as you got. You got a few $100s, give it to somebody needy. Or, you don't have to have millions or trillions or billions or whatever. Just be willing to walk away, just like going to a car lot. Don't let them sell you on this idea. Just be wise, be smart, and listen to your instincts. The cards, yes, they did look like that, but sometimes we are tricked and tested. So look into these cards for yourself, and do your own tarot spreads. That's our way of talking to God. It's one way of talking to God. If you have world truth cards, do spreads on your own. For those of you who are like, well, why would God trick you for this video or whatever? Because it's a test. It could very well be not true. So I just want you guys to always, always be careful. Use your own discernment. Don't believe anybody else, not even me. Just have a heads up. Just be wise. Be wise and look into things for yourself. And if I were you, I'd get your own trust just in case. It's not going to hurt. And definitely just read the fine print. That's what I got last night from God. He's like, just read the fine print. Make sure that you read that and take your time doing that. Don't let them rush you. Okay. So I want to see what animal you guys could use to be with you at this time. What was the other thing you guys wanted me to talk about? Oh. Okay, so they also wanted me to put out an announcement that if any of you here in Boulder, Colorado, or you guys could all pull together wherever you are, but if you're in Boulder, Colorado, and you own a business and you're tired of the masks and all that stuff, contact me, because we're putting together a group of like-minded business professionals in the area. So we can all stick together and be there for each other if we have any kind of confrontations, peaceful confrontations, or anything we have to go through. We're going to have each other's backs. And we're going to support each other's businesses. So please let me know if you're interested in being a part of that group. If you're here in the Boulder area, Boulder, Denver, just generally this area. Okay, the other reminder at this time is there are a lot of like emergency type situations that happen through the holidays. So for your children, for your animals, make sure that you have an emergency number and try to do some research and find out a good emergency hospital that has, whoa, something just fell in the kitchen and Annie's right there. So I don't know what that was. Choose like if it's a vet's office, make sure they have the most advanced equipment, like that they have scopes that they can put down the esophagus and look through tubes, and that they do some research and find out which ones have the highest technology, the best technology, so that you don't have to end up going to one vet and then get transferred over to another vet, which is going to take more time in an emergency. And you can't waste time when it comes to something like that, or with your child. Okay, so and have that stuff programmed into your phone right now, because you never know, and have like a carrying case or something always readily available to go running out the door with. So, or like have a little backpack or whatever put together for your child if you have to rush your child off or something like that, God forbid. So we're going to do a blessing right now too, to protect from any kind of emergencies happening right now, because nobody wants to go to any kind of hospital right now, especially in these crazy times. But in case you do, I'm going to put some protection around you and or your family or anybody involved in the emergency, that we can hopefully avoid the emergency altogether. Okay. This is also a blessing that's helping you to be discerning and wise and to pass the test, the Lucifer test. Is there a Lucifer test? Yes, there is. There is. I'm telling you, when I heard like them getting all excited about the Germain trust, it didn't feel good to me. My heart just dropped just now saying it. So, just saying, see how you feel about it. Hamana teken sasishi he na haike. Hala huma amaan haishinke. San se she he la ana ai. Shine say. Okay, so what animal is helping everyone right now? Which animal can they call upon for help right now? Snake spirit, time to heal. So, where's the booklet for this? And I just saw in my mind a snake skin being shed. So some of you are, in 55. Okay, now this is a reminder for me to tell you guys about my dream. I've been seeing fives like crazy lately. And my dream was about like somebody bought me a horse or gave me a horse, or I inherited a horse. But somehow this really tall, beautiful horse that I actually know came to live with me. And I was trying to convince people why it'd be a great idea to have the horse right next to the house. I was like, let's build a stall right here. It's just perfect. I think it was in the driveway or something. And they were like, we don't want a horse like right here. And I was like, yeah, we do. It's a perfect spot for the horse. Anyways, when I examined the dream, I like to go to DuckDuckGo and find out what the dream symbolism is and whatnot. But basically, the horse meant freedom, that freedom is on its way, that freedom is here. So I was like, yes. And then basically the color of the horse meant change. So like change for the better, change towards freedom. So it's just confirmation of what I've been reporting on the channel for a bit, which was awesome. And in addition, like I said, I've been seeing fives constantly lately. So just more confirmation. Okay, time to heal. All of us need healing at times, and when snake spirit appears, it's time to repair, renew, and replenish yourself and your vulnerable heart. And we've been through the ringer, haven't we? Self-care and maintenance work are needed so that your vitality can arise. Give yourself the space to nourish your own well-being. Vulnerability is necessary for friendships and partnerships to work, which means all of us will have tender emotions at times. Be gentle with yourself and others now. Shed the past and step into a new way of being, for vitality is rising in you. This might be a good time to honor the work you've done to heal, grow, and repair any damage within you, within those you care about, and within your community. Celebrate together how far all of you have come in your healing journey and all that you have created. Unburden yourself of anything that no longer supports wellness, prosperity, positive relationships, and well-being, and open the door for healing to occur. They just said no more complaining. Stop complaining about anything in your life. Not to friends, not out loud, not to your, If you're frustrated and complaining, then be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others, and do some healing, whatever you need to do to make that happen. The protection message is that no matter how much you may have lost or how you've been disappointed, you are called by Snake Spirit to shed the past and practice radical self-acceptance now. Only by forgiving yourself can you move on, regardless of whether anyone else is ready for healing. When you tender new skin first becomes exposed, boy, that's crazy. Didn't I just say that I saw the snake skin and then the snake popped up? I just realized that's so crazy. You may feel uncomfortable, love yourself, and remain vulnerable anyway. You have been weak, but now you are becoming strong and developing wisdom, and you will do better in the future. Snake Spirit reminds you that hearts can be so easily wounded. Apologies and amends go a long way. Self-forgiveness for your role in what happened can help you heal. Remember, it's the one who has been wounded who often has the greatest power to help others heal. Also, if you're the one who's needing to do the forgiving, just remember that it has nothing to do with that person doing anything to earn back your trust or to deserve the forgiveness. Forgiveness is just something you do for yourself because you love yourself. So to not forgive, to have any kind of feeling or emotion that is hurting you at all, anger, unforgiveness, jealousy, any of that, if you're allowing yourself to be in a negative emotion, that's self-abuse. You are in charge of how you feel, no matter what anyone says or does, or whether they apologize or whether they make amends or any of it. Nothing anybody else does has any power over you or should have any power over you, because you are the master of what your emotions, of what you choose to feel. And so don't let, that's one way you can step into your power and take control back over yourself and practice mastery, is not letting anybody else have anything to do with how you feel, period. Somebody can tell you that you're ugly, that your mom wears combat boots, whatever. It doesn't even matter. And they can be totally cruel, or they can be as nasty as they want to be, and they can rip you apart or do whatever. And it doesn't have to do anything to you at all. I mean, you can just be like, whatever, they're wounded, and send them love. That it's a time right now. This is more important than ever, guys, to remember these things. And when we love ourselves properly, it's so natural and easy to love others. We don't have to tell ourselves, I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to do the right thing and be a good person, because that's insincere. You really want it to come from a really natural place. And it's only going to come from that really natural place when you've healed yourself, and when you've learned to have a sense of humor about things, and when you cut yourself some slack and you're gentle with yourself. That's when that happens. So I want a message from Mary Magdalene. Mary, what do you have to say right now? What do you have to say to us? The universal Christ seems appropriate for the solstice, right? Universal Christ. Oh, went right to it. Okay. The emptiness you presently feel is helping you to reconnect to aspects of your nature that you've kept repressed for some time. Let go of all the distractions that surround you at present and bring your awareness within you. In the empty spaces of your solitude, you will find a hidden treasure. This is a period of profound self-discovery. You need only listen to the whispers inside your heart. Ask yourself what it is you truly want from life, and remember that when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make leads to an outcome which is necessary for you to grow in love and wisdom. You will emerge from this phase with a clearer direction for your life, and as a result of this, some of your relationships are likely to go through major changes. Relationships that no longer serve you may come to an end, while others become stronger and more meaningful. Trust the inner guidance that you receive. Wow. So pretty much just confirming this whole message. Thank you, Mary. Okay, let's get a message from Archangel Michael. All right, what do you want to tell us, Michael? What do you want to tell us at this time? Hopefully you guys have no expectations of Christmas. You and your loved ones are safe. All right. Dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with the faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthy, happy life. So an affirmation that you can say is, thank you, God, so much for always having my back. Thank you so much that you're always providing for my family and giving me the guidance to follow that will bring us to the best possible place for us and the healthiest, happiest place timeline that we can be on. Thank you, God, so much that you're always building my faith and helping me feel happier and happier when I've got not necessarily anything to be happy about. But thank you, God, for always raising my vibration and making me giggle and laugh and, just start saying some affirmations when you start dipping down at all, like say something to the opposite of that to bounce yourself back up. This is your life's purpose, you guys. You're here for this. And the ding, I usually don't have that thing on. The details of my Archangel Michael, the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me align with my goals. Please clearly guide me in my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. So, and like I said, God said that there is a way to get that, humanitarian project going without signing with Lucifer. So, just choose something though that you can't wait to get out of bed and go do. Something that really excites you from the deepest part of your heart. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to wake up and go do that. Like you could hardly sleep because you're so excited at the idea. Okay. All right, one more message from Ask Angels Oracle. And then I'll let you guys go. I'll do one more blessing and let you guys go. All right, what else do they need to know right now? Clear and shield with white light. The real white light, not Lucifer's light. Clear and shield. If there's anything wrong with this video when it comes out, just know that it was Lucy. All right, clear and shield white light. Clear and shield your energy. As you advance spiritually, you may become more sensitive to the dense and negative vibrations of reality alongside the higher dimensions of love. Wow. This card is prompting to regularly clear and elevate your energy space. Right now, take a relaxing breath and imagine that you are being surrounded in an orb of white light. Your guardian angel and guides of the light flow light and blessings of healing and frequency your way now. Breathe naturally as the white light clears and releases dense energy, toxic patterns of thought, filters of negativity, cords, hooks, limiting beliefs, and all which no longer serves you in the light. Imagine the orb of white light shining all around you. Feel the peace and love, and know that you can put this white light orb in to cleanse, uplift, and protect you at any time. White light will protect you on all levels, while also cleansing and uplifting your personal vibration each time you call upon it. The specific words to call upon white light do not really matter, but when your intention is clear, the divine gift of white light will appear. Practice calling upon the orb of white light, and this valuable spiritual tool will be available for you at all times to shield you from negativity and to assist you in lifting into a new level of vibrant well-being. A crystal to help you with that is selenite. We've been getting selenite a lot lately, haven't we? All right. So let me just see if there's a final message and I'll give you guys the protection. Wow, I just glanced at this one. You are ascending. How funny that we would get this card on the solstice. Amazing, right? I want to look at that one actually. You are ascending. There we go. Ascension is remembering that only love is real. Ascending is remembering that, yes, you are physical, but you are also divine. As you realize your own truth and the multidimensional nature of your divinity, this enlightens you and empowers others on your planet to do the same. So, what may you do? For starters, choose love in all areas of your life. This enables the light codes of your higher self to be fully activated in your physical body. This allows you to meet the means to fully ascend. Full ascension is full awareness of yourself in all dimensions. This is where you are headed, and as long as you keep choosing love, you shall achieve. It is quite simply, really simple, really. Choose love and ascend. We in the realms above understand that it is not easy for you to always choose love, but know that choosing love is essential for your continued ascension. Quiet time for meditation and reflection is of the utmost importance for you at this time as well. Remembering your divinity by looking within your own heart will fill your being with light that is true knowledge. Now it is time for you to claim your power and activate your light body. I am here to assist you in this process always. I am Ezreal, helping you to cross the boundaries of the physical and experience your multidimensional truth. Know that you do not need to die to experience heaven, but rather close your eyes, take a deep breath, and look within. You have all the hardware necessary. All knowledge that is needed exists within you. Choose love and your own truth. The world needs you to step up now. Remember who you are. You are divine. And as this becomes known to you, you will know the truth of ascension. The crystal that will help you with this is lapis lazuli. All right, so I'm going to do a blessing for you guys that will encompass all of this message, all of it, to help you integrate it. And also, don't resist when you go to ascend. If you feel yourself going into another dimension, trust it. I've done it a few times. And there's always a moment of hesitation. There's always this opportunity for you to step into this other reality. And you can feel kind of like like you might think about your kids, your husband, it's like somebody's invited you to get in the car, and if you hesitate for just a moment, you could miss the opportunity. So be ready to let go of everything, because when you let go of everything and everyone, it's like when you get in the car, all of a sudden your whole family's in the car too. But all of you have to choose God first. You've got, like, you have to let go of every attachment you have to your gold and your silver and your humanitarian projects and your pets and like anything that you would want to cling to and say, wait, I don't know if I'm ready. Let me grab this real quick. Don't just go. When you get that invitation from the other dimension, just go. Trust me, everybody will be on the other side of it, but you got to trust. You will be blissed out beyond belief, and you will be so powerful, and you will be able to manifest anything you want, and you'll be able to see through all of Lucifer's traps, and you'll be able to, navigate this thing like a breeze, So embrace it when you get the invitation. Don't resist it, and just keep doing the healing work in the meantime that will enable you to, be lighter and fluffier and more free all the time. Okay, anything else? I'm also getting some of you who aren't feeling well right now. I'm offering some healing energy for that as well. For those of you with broken faith, I'm helping restore that. Now I'm holding the world in my hands, and I'm going to do a little cleanse for the world as well. Hala sheno oma anakela sanse shehe la ke inse Hala po mama ke entateisa. Shensa sanke ila anataka po mamaan. Hala san seshi ike nakaisan. Hala ho po mahamaan ake. Okay, and I feel prompted to grab a card. Renewing your life. Radiant vitality is filling your life soon. So get rid of all the clutter. Get ready to go on that trip. Listening to your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. You have to be in that heart-centered place and be quiet with your mind in order to get the messages. And share of yourself. It's an incredible, I am an incredible, generous being. All right. So receive from angels, shimmering wings of angels, embrace me with love. Now, this reminds me of the other thing I was going to tell you guys is I have a new service for $7.77. If you're going through a hardship, you've lost your house, you've lost your job, you feel pretty devastated or traumatized by these crazy times, then I want you to think about sending in a request of the angels, and I will read your story. And I will petition the angels to create a miracle for you around your situation and help you heal and get back on your feet. So happy holidays, you guys. I send you a big warm hug, and I hope you make the very best of it, and that you have, like I said, no expectations of anything, and that you just enjoy the day like any other day, and maybe get out for a walk or do something special for yourself. All right, you guys, love you. Talk to you later. Bye.